But that is an ugly little word. I mean, it's short. It's not even pretty on the page. It looks like it got stung by a bee or had a bad reaction to Botox. Doesn't even sound nice. But, but it is a really important word. I mean, here comes a story barreling down the tracks toward an inevitably tragic conclusion, and all of a sudden, that little word, but, throws a lever, and the story reaches a different conclusion. A few years ago, around 10 o'clock at night, I got a call from one of our sons. He was out of breath, upset, very much beside himself. He said, Dad, I had a wreck. The car is totaled. Those 9 words brought my world to the edge of a cliff. In less than a second, I ran through a dozen tragic scenarios, each one worse than the one before. And then he spoke that little 3-letter coordinating conjunction. But I'm okay. After I'd had time to gather myself and get the details, I suggested that in the future, he rearrange the order in which he delivered potentially upsetting news to something like, Dad, I'm okay, but. But it's kind of a big deal in the Bible, too. Genesis chapter 7. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. Genesis chapter 8. But God remembered Noah. Acts chapter 7. Stephen reminds the crowd that Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery, but God was with him. Acts chapter 10. Peter. They killed Jesus by hanging him on a cross, but God raised him. In Ephesians 2. You were dead in your transgressions and sins, but because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ. I guess there are 2 lessons for us here. One, never underestimate the power of a little word. And 2, keep your eyes open for the buts. You never know when or how God is going to use that little word to change the direction of your story. Not a sermon, just a thought.